denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man.
Todd father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What's going on, guys? Nick Hellman here, aka the Crypto Hitman.
Todd Butterfield, Wyckoff on Crypto. What's up?
The man with the plan taking us all to Lambo Land here for the live show on Learn Crypto. Make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you like daily updates on crypto and stock, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and news. And guys, it is a bloody day today, but we're going to go over that. We're going to talk about the markets. We have a little bit of news for you. And, of course, we've been on the sidelines with some positions. We'll go through the sells that we had over at patreon.com/learncrypto and see if we are getting ready to deploy some capital. What you got going on today, Todd?
Just want to jump on here. I've been looking for this sell-off in stocks and crypto, as mentioned in my weekend reviews and also in the Patreon. So just want to give updates on maybe how low we can go here. So that's why we're on here.
Perfect. If you want to throw it over to my screen, we'll take a look at CoinGecko. Then we'll let Todd look over the charts of the large cap cryptos. I got 2 news articles to address, and then we go to the chat box. And then we wrap it up because we got to get to Discord. We got to get to the patreon.com/learncrypto members and try to make some gains. So you can see here on CoinGecko, yes, a bloody day all over the place. You can see Bitcoin 7 days down 9.5%, actually underperforming Ethereum, which is down 7.7%, and BNB, which is only down 6.8%. This leads me to believe that if Bitcoin doesn't get super bloody, if we can get some kind of bounce, some kind of Ethereum outperformance, then these altcoins, which have been flushed, are really the buy of a lifetime because they will go and rally to new all-time highs. Solana down 21.3%. We've been saying this doesn't really surprise us. We're not really interested in it. It is kind of gate-kept. Their meme coins are getting rugged, and people were moving TVL and volume from Solana over to Base Network, Arbitrum, Ethereum, and BSC. Subsequently, you see this SOL price getting hammered, underperforming all the other assets, at least for this past week. No real big winners, but one interesting one here, up 4.8% for the week, is Tron, TRX. I saw Justin Sun popping up on my feed. Maybe he said something at a conference that kind of spurred some interest and some price appreciation of the TRX token. We see Whitebit, we see Leo, and again, nothing here to get exciting about. And the biggest losers, Tau, Beam, and HBAR, massively shilled by the KOLs. Floki down 25%. Oh my gosh, Nick, isn't that your favorite? Oh, what the heck? Well, if you're in patreon.com/learncrypto, we actually sold subsequently 24.5% higher, missing the high for the last rally by only 0.5% and locking in another 25% gains. So this wasn't a great surprise. And again, we made profits and we're looking to buy back Floki very soon. That will be one of the charts I take a look at if you guys stay tuned. So again, Todd, take over the charts. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at stocks and Ethereum. And if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want help, besides our free stuff, go to learncrypto.io, see everything we have to offer from a beginner course, a trading course, and of course, the most popular thing is just become a Patreon member. We have a free tier all the way up to a $40 a month tier. Get our trades in real time, make some profits, get emotionally stable, and you don't have to stress as much, and maybe your girlfriend will start loving you again. I don't know.
What's going on, Luke? Let's jump on the charts here. In front of us is the Bitcoin chart I've been showing. I thought earlier we'd done an ABC down to this A low, but I didn't like the way the rally. There was no volume on that rally, as you can see on the blue line down here. So I changed the settings to ABC for an Elliott wave count. And also, as you can see, the technometer's given us really no help. We've been around neutral forever. We're still sitting here at 42.5. So not much to add, but I still think we're in this ABC. If we look at a different chart I have here, this could be a larger Elliott wave count. And again, we use Wyckoff to give us our entries, kind of use Elliott wave to give us some type of roadmap, what might be occurring. So this could be kind of a downward slanting triangle here, or bull flag, as some people will call it. So that count would work. So we're kind of prepared if that would happen. Otherwise, we've got this ABC, and we'll look to be some type of buyer and a move back to probably that $85,000 level. But we want to see these technometers get down closer to oversold. If we look at Ethereum, 2983 down a quick 233, 7.2%. I had the ABC listed as here. Again, this could be same as Bitcoin, where we change this around and do the ABC the same type of way. Technometers 43.4 here. So once again, could see still a little bit lower. So we're not sure which count to go with. The reason we've been a little bit hesitant, if we look at the SPY stock, the stock indexes here, you can see I've been using this same chart. I had gave a sell up there 512, 513. I did cover that around 501. I made everyone aware of that. So it took like a 12-point profit. But if this count is correct and our last overbought technometer was up there at 520, we just had another one yesterday. So I want to show those because, you know, if we're rounding over here, those are two really good sell signals so far. And if we can dig in and take out yesterday's high, that would turn things a little bit more friendly. And obviously, if we turn around and take out the 520, 526 high, everything would turn much higher. But for now, we had a nice oversold reading at the lows. I think we was actually live for that, right down there at 38.36. And again, yesterday we got right up to that $50 level. And I mentioned that this morning in the Discord, for the stock Discord. And it looks like we're seeing some type of downside here. So if we look at QQQ, same type of thing. Got a sell yesterday. You can see down here, 48.44 today. Yesterday it was 50. And the index, actually the NDX, you can see here we gave a sell up here with the technometer at the highs. And again, got one yesterday. So both those charts look a little bit suspect. And let's go back to Nick and I in the group, and then we'll come back, maybe look at XLE, GDX, and some individual stock and crypto.
The news pieces today that you might hear people talking about, and they were kind of hyping up a lot, was the Hong Kong Bitcoin spot ETF and Ethereum spot ETFs did begin trading today or yesterday, depending on what part of the world you were in. They were estimating that it would be 300 million of inflows rapidly within the first day. Well, it's not really what we saw. We saw about 12.5 million of total trading volume, of which how much of that is actually inflows? Maybe 9 million, 10 million, because remember, it is trading volume. So very underperforming, at least on the initial day. That's probably part of the reason Bitcoin's also selling off. Stocks are down, and then lack of demand on that big Hong Kong ETF side. Now, do I think that those will do well? I think so. I think it's going to take some time to build that up. I know there's a loophole where Chinese citizens can also buy those. And again, remember, markets go up and down for a reason. Retail investors, institutional investors are not excited to buy Bitcoin here after it's gone down sideways to lower, down 20% over the past month and a half. Again, they will do the same thing as everybody else. If and when Bitcoin does turn around, that's when they'll all FOMO in at higher prices than they could have got in today. What's your thoughts on that, Todd?
I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I think we've had some selling on the ETFs here for the last 3 weeks in the U.S. And so I think the hype's kind of over. We're going to get some people shook out here. Going to give us probably this low we need, and then we'll dig in and everyone will chase the new highs probably, because everyone in the ETF is going to be a lot of public. They're going to be extremely emotional. They're going to sell low. They're going to buy high. And we just want to trade against them.
Yeah, everybody just thinks because it's, BlackRock and Fidelity that these are just institutional geniuses getting in this. Well, some of the money is bigger institutions, but a lot of it is institutions on behalf of their clients. These are retail investors just like you and I, potentially grandparents that know even less about crypto, know less about Bitcoin. So you guys get emotional and you know what's going on and you believe in the future of the tech. Imagine an average Joe investor getting into this market and seeing this kind of volatility. What do you think they're going to do? It's going to be the same volatility. They might just not have as much instant access to it because they do have financial advisors, which only work, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week versus us 24/7. So it'll be interesting to see how it progresses. Again, when the gold ETF was produced, it led to a multi-year, it was like a decade bull run for that asset. I still believe that's going to be the case here for Bitcoin, and why I think potentially the 4-year cycle could be over, and this could be the longest Bitcoin bull market that we've seen. So we will see how that progresses. I'm looking here at the spot Bitcoin ETF flows chart, and like Todd said, for the past 2 to 3 weeks, we are seeing net outflows of the US-based Bitcoin spot ETFs, which means during this downturn that some people are already getting shaken out. So they bought something for a trade for 1, 2, 3 months, and they're already starting to process and head for the doors. Now, it isn't massive outflows, but it is outflows for the past few weeks compared to the inflows to these various products. I know a lot of people were saying, well, oh my gosh, GPTC has so much outflows. A lot of those outflows were just getting rotated into the newer ETF products because they are cheaper options. So that's why we did have net positive inflows for the duration of the first couple of months. And now we are seeing minor net outflows over the past 3 weeks, like Todd hinted at.
I'm going to jump into the chat here real quick and go over a couple things. ONDO. Who asked for ONDO? Alex. Here's the ONDO chart. I talked about that holding up very well. I got somebody on the roof of the complex. So dog not happy about that. Technometer here, 41.71. You can see the blue line is 5-minute on balance volume, almost hitting new lows. So this chart still looks good. I think this will be one that will lead us higher once we make these lows. So once we turn bullish on some of these coins, that's one that I would jump on, probably, Alex. And C. Welter, what's going on? MicroStrategy. I know you and I talked about giving a sell on that back there. I think it was around 1450 or so when we had an overbought reading. And here's the MicroStrategy chart. That thing had a big rally, so the chart a little bit tougher, came out of accumulation. There you can see, let's zoom in a little bit more, get the recent action. We have had the 2 most recent sells on MicroStrategy off the technometer have worked. We are breaking through support here. Again, maybe this is some type of bullish flag here that'll end in the next day or two following Bitcoin. So this chart by itself, not looking very well, but one that I'd rather probably trade it off the price of Bitcoin versus trading it off the chart on MicroStrategy by itself. What's up, JR? Chris, I am still holding a little bit of Floki. I bought that for a few people that could buy Floki, really, really small positions. Just wanted to be long that for the next rally. So had a quick 2 or 3 cent gain, didn't take it. I think we're back to just a really small loss. XLE, let's look at that here real quick. XLE, that was a big winner for me the last 3 months or so. Did give a sell at 98.08. Wanted to break down to this previous support, 92.93. We got down to 93.44, close to a buy. Didn't pick it up. Again, would love to see a breakdown to 92.93 here. Take out this previous low. Give us a technometer down around 40, 41, and I'd be right back into that. So still on the sidelines. Same type of thing for GDX. I gave a sell on GDX here. We're really just a hair below where I sold it. GLD, same type of thing. Sold around 215 and change. We're 212 and change. So I'd like to be a rebuyer of those as well sometime extremely soon.
About some of the profits we've been taking on some altcoins and stocks. Of course, we have Coinbase here. Well, first of all, banned. We haven't followed it a lot lately, but we sold it on the big run up to 235, bought it back on a massive dip to 163, let it go again around 181 with the price target of $2 in mind. We did get stopped out on the way up, so some people in the group that didn't get their stop triggered did probably sell around $2. Now we are back here to 138 and looking very weak. I would be interested again if this does come down to maybe 120 or so, 125. Otherwise, not really on our radar. Coinbase, we've had patience after our last profit sell. You can see tons of trades. What's crazy is these are triple-digit and double-digit trades down here. Now, with the price action at Coinbase, these incremental trades look tiny when you zoom out, Todd. It's pretty funny. But we were live here saying that, yes, on Saturday we saw an overbought or an oversold technometer reading. We should be buying, but of course the market was closed. It gapped higher up. We didn't chase it, and we've seen it return back to these previous lows. I want to see this go below this previous lows into the standing buy zone we have here that is dictated by this rectangle. We also see the 200 moving average here, the yellow line, and the 300 moving average here down at the red line. Ideally, this goes to a minor new low between 179 to 199, giving us a bullish divergence on the RSI, getting us more closer to an oversold on the technometer, and we will be picking up Coinbase for yet another trade because, again, we believe Bitcoin is going higher. We believe that the Bitcoin ETF inflows will go higher. Coinbase holds a lot of the custody for that Bitcoin and gets fees on it. And we believe that altcoins and retail is not here yet. So, in my estimation, if all that is correct, we should look for another trade. Coinbase will continue to be one of the top stocks in the crypto space to hold, and we will be getting another good entry on that dip. Cody, we sold Cody here for 117% gains at 18 cents, bought it back on a big dip to just over 11 cents, sold it again for 10% gains at 12.25 cents, and now it is down 15% since our sell, right back to consolidation. If this thing goes to a minor new low here, while this RSI continues to hold up here, we will have a minor bullish divergence, and I will have interest here somewhere between probably 8 to 8.5 cents on Cody. Isn't one we love, but one that we have traded successfully, so we might as well keep it on the radar if the indicators are lining up for us. What is another one I want to go over before we go to the chat box? And Todd, my opinion on Ethereum, I know Todd will do a full breakdown on it. I still think that we could be in a big bull flag here. As long as we hold above this green downtrend line, and you can see what the measured moves would potentially be creating this red sell.
They're saying you're only showing your Discord. You're not showing the chart. Your cursor is showing. So I don't know what's.
Not showing the chart.
I'm not showing what's happening there.
And I wonder how that would have changed if you guys could have seen.
Everything was fine earlier.
Let me stop the share screen. Let's go back to share screen and camera. We'll go to.
Yeah, let's go on to something different.
Window, and we'll share. There we go. Can you guys see now?
Perfect.
That is odd. Anyways, well, you just saw a lot of good charts. So hopefully I read the numbers to you so you guys could see that. We look here. I think this could be a bull flag here on Ethereum as long as this up downtrend line holds. And then we do have a target on this kind of a formation from anywhere between maybe $4,400 up to $5,200. Again, this does leave room to the downside. If Todd is right and we do end up going lower, maybe to 58,000, 56,000 on Bitcoin, this does leave downside room to 2,500 to still remain a valid count. Floki, some people are already asking. Yes, we sold on a massive 594% rally. We waited, had some patience, bought back here in the buy zone that we talked about here on YouTube, sold it for 25 or 29% gains, and now it is down 25% from the sell already to the top of the buy zone. I still think that we could get deeper in this buy zone in this consolidation as well. To take another trade on Floki, as I do feel Floki is going to be a meme coin, a dog meme coin that continues to do well during this cycle. Last one I'll go over, and then we'll go to the charts with Todd, and the chat box would be Token. You can see here on Token, we've had some sells up here, higher levels. I've been showing this buy zone here on YouTube, and what do you know? The first drop, it wicked out of it, up about 60%, got rejected off the 200 moving average and right back into this buy zone. Due to the overall weakness of this, we are oversold, but if Bitcoin wants to go lower, I think Token will retest these previous lows towards 7.5 cents, and that's when we'll probably be looking to give an official buy over on patreon.com/learncrypto.
I'm going to take over the charts. I'm going to take them over. I'm going to zoom into this coin again, COIN. You can see here the Wyckoff accumulation. That was some big accumulation. If you look at the green highlights, that's when the technometer is oversold. Again, our indicators are now available at TradingView. You have to go to wyckoffsmi.com, learncrypto.io, and purchase those. If you're a part of the Discord, you get 33% off, or if you purchase a course, etc. But the green dots have been oversold. So we zoom in here. The last time we came back to the 0.382, 0.5 and got oversold, that one worked again down there at 128. And here we are again. What I think's happening is we've had an ABC here off the highs. We zoom into that. Those are ABC down, ABC up, 5 ways for the C. So you can see here we're almost got oversold here. Possibly did here at the opening. I not sure of that, but we got that low close. We did pick this low for oversold, and another couple days down here, and 199 is a 50% retracement. So a 199 print on coin, as Nick mentioned, probably gets us the oversold technometer, and I would think maybe puts ABC in place, and then we're ready for new highs again.
The technical analysis of the stocks themselves looking like. These are ones that we sold at higher levels, and we've just had patience on because there's been better options in the stock market.
All right, let me go here. Let me bring in to Mara. Been a major underperformer since the highs. The chart's kind of set up like coin did, where we had huge accumulation, but we've kind of steered clear of these recently. You can see here we did get near oversold on the way down around 1862. Again, the charts by itself looks like we've completed a backup. Maybe they can dig out of here, but when you compare the charts to Bitcoin, etc., not good looking charts. Same type of thing here. If we look at RIOT, let's bring that one up here. I mean, there again, a lot of the oversold and overbought indicators worked here. The last one we had almost had a buy here around 1167. That one really just gave us a little bit of sideways before almost overbought. And then we almost got oversold again at the lows here at 844. This chart looks a little bit more like we had some good buying. You see the big green bars here on RIOT off the low. So RIOT would be one that I think maybe could come alive here once we get a buy on Bitcoin. So that's one we'll for sure watch.
You want to pull up the GORA chart and take a look at that one? That one's we've been hot on. We've been in since 16 cents. I know before today's dump, it was rallied to 75 or 76 cents. It's still holding 68 cents here. I don't know if you have a chart for that one that you want to go over.
Let me bring that one up. Here's GORA. C. Welter saying he likes indicators. He did subscribe to those, so appreciate that. Now again, here we are at the indicators. We're all on aggregate, meaning we're bringing in data from 39 different places. Stable coins and exchanges. GORA is mostly just on MXC, so I got to change the settings. I changed the settings back to standard, which will bring in just the volume from MXC. And then we come in here, do the same type of thing for the technometer. That way, again, you can see all these readings. If it was on 39 different inputs, then you could leave it on aggregate, but it's not at the moment. It's been acting well because it is going to be listed, I'm sure, on other exchanges. Nick can talk more about that. But here's a chart with the indicators. You can see the volume went to new lows, clear up to April 22nd, last Monday, while price continues to set up higher lows. Extremely good setup. That's what we keep showing here. I've been tweeting about it. Nick was a buyer down here at 16 and 18 at the lows, and I've kind of gave buys and sells since then. You can see we got extremely oversold April 20th, April 21st. It looked like we'd break out of this resistance on a short-term basis. We have done that, not even really backing up to it. I mean, that chart technically couldn't look any better. So they do sponsor the show, and but we've been on them because the chart's just been so good in the meantime.
Yeah, it looks good. They're going EVM compatibility, so they're on algo only. They're going EVM compatible in 1 or 2 days. That's probably why you're seeing this run up. Will there be a little sell the news? Maybe. But remember, Algorand is very gate capped. So this is going to open up their token to the largest network in crypto, which is Ethereum. Also, they're in talks with other centralized exchanges. Also, they're in talks with some PR firms and some marketing campaign firms. So we'll see what they're doing. Right now, they're doing everything great. We are earning 17% APR by delegating to the Ethereum network validator, and we've been compounding that since 16 cents. So that's 17% APR. Now it's tripled. Really, it's like we've been earning 60% APR for the past few months as we continue to pick buys for new members of our Patreon, and they've all worked out so far. So I like that it's holding in up here, leading into some news. I like that it's holding in up here with the weakness in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I like that we can earn passive income on an asset that we think is very undervalued and just happens to also be supporting and sponsoring LearnCrypto.io.
That chart's been stupid good. So yeah, crazy. You couldn't hear Nick there when I had my charts up. I have fixed that. We know that issue, and I don't know why it keeps falling off, but we should be good if Nick talks while I'm on the screen.
Perfect. And then another one I want to touch base on, a meme coin over on Base Chain, Melania, dog with no hat. This is one that we brought to patreon.com at $350,000 on April 12th. We gave it to the free members of patreon.com/learncrypto at $1 million market cap on around April 14th, April 15th. We have subsequently ran up to $8 million, and we had a drop with the market weakness, but we're still holding the $4 million market cap. And you know what can you be mad about? In at 350,000 paid members, free members in at $1 million. We're still sitting at nearly a $4 million market cap here. This was phase 1 of their marketing campaign. This run to 8 million, and now they have started phase 2. Will they halt it? Will they wait a little bit due to market weakness? I'm not sure. But if phase 2 is supposed to have a good number of YouTubers, Twitter shills, new long-term sponsors, new partnerships, etc. So we'll see what happens with Melania, dog with no hat. Of course, all meme coins are risky, guys. But, you know, this was a great opportunity that anybody who was a member of patreon.com/learncrypto could have got into. It's bouncing nicely up the lows, even with the red in the market. And we know a wave 2 of marketing is coming. This is what wave 1 did. Is wave 2 going to make new all-time highs? I don't know. You would hope so, because the next roadmap goal is at 10 million market cap. Again, this was 8 million. If we go slightly higher to 10 million, they said there will be staking launching, a new version of the website launching, a token burn launching, centralized exchange listings. So really, if you're a holder, you want this thing to get to 10 million, because it's going to be the next catalyst for more organic growth, holders, and the meme coin community growth as well. So check that out if you're interested. Melania, dog with no hat, on a Base Chain. Contract address ends in E242.
Looks like you need accounts on every exchange, Hunter. You never know where the next trade is. Let me run a quick disclaimer, since we do manage assets on stocks and crypto. Let's do that real quick. Do your own research. Not individual investment advice.
Yeah, I mean, I would say 90% of our trades probably are you can make via, if you have a Coinbase account, an MEXC account, and if you have a MetaMask wallet. Remember, MetaMask wallet is multi-chain. We do a lot on Ethereum network, we do a lot on the BSC network, and now we've been doing some on the Base network as well. And all of those are integrated with PancakeSwap, Uniswap, Sushi Swap. So really, if you have your own customized wallet, MetaMask, you can do almost anything. And then, of course, we use some sexes when we can, because it allows us to have more flexibility with limit orders. Again, Coinbase has a lot of assets now. MEXC has a lot of assets. We like KuCoin and we like Binance, but of course, some people aren't able to use those. So those are really what you can use. It kind of depends on what your geolocation is to what centralized exchanges you can use, but anybody can use MetaMask and the plethora of opportunities with the decentralized exchanges.
Let me take over here real quick. In front of us is Decred, DCR. Luke Jones asked about that. Came off the highs up there at 33 pretty heavily. 1872. We do have this line here that caught support before, which could have been preliminary support. And we're back here, so I think this is a decent area. I would think we got a little bit lower to go in a couple days ahead. You can see that we had a divergence down here coming into this low at 14, but now we've had consistent buying off the lows. So that could be interesting, but Decred might be worth a shot here in the coming days. And
that's a name I have not heard in quite a while, Decred. That was like a 2017 market cycle. I think a privacy masternode coin, maybe. I don't know. It's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, we had a lot of people back then in Discord PCG that was involved with that project. So, and then Yannick asking about CleanSpark CLSK. Again, that's one that came out of a couple kind of accumulation phases. You can see here we showed a oversold reading there. If we clone that, because we had another one coming off that low. Hold on here real quick. And currently we're 41.88. So, and that was a new low here in the volume. So again, that's one. Some nice green volume came in off the lows down there before. That one, again, is one like RIOT that looks like it could lead the rally back. So I'd be looking really close for that one. A little bit lower in the coming days ahead, and I probably wouldn't be scared of Clean Spark. What up, Mark?
Is that kind of all the charts we wanted to go over? Do you guys have any other questions in the chat box, or throw in a super chat? We'll see if we can get to them, and then we're going to wrap this up here shortly. We just wanted to hop on here because the markets were red. We were in a lot of cash when it comes to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and large cap positions. Also, like I said, we took profits on a Floki trade. We took profits on a Cody trade, and we were hoping for continued downward momentum in MicroStrategy, RIOT, Mara, and Coinbase to get some new stock positions in those. So look, we never love red because we do have some altcoin exposure, and those alts did get hammered. But we have capital on the sidelines. We've been looking for a downturn, so you got to make the best of the situation. Find the opportunity to deploy that capital into the large caps and the stocks that we love. Take some refresher trades on the same altcoins, probably Floki for sure, Kadi maybe, Token maybe, and we'll follow along to see how things progress in this market cycle.
Let me grab one more here for Mark. We're going to go to RNDR. Now, if you remember, indicators are down here, all marked standard. That means we're bringing in volume just from Binance because that's the chart that I have in front of us. These indicators will change when I go to aggregate. So aggregate, again, bringing in from 7 exchanges, you can see are Binance, Coinbase, OKX. And these are all interchangeable as well to any exchange you want. And then also it's bringing in USD, USDT, TUSD, USDC, FDUSD. So it's bringing in 7 exchanges, 5 stable coins, 35 different areas that's bringing in volume. So we change that to aggregate. That's going to change that chart. We change this to aggregate as well on the force index. We go back to standard here to your choice. Now, if you look at the chart, again, we can see volume is hitting another new low here. So normally I would come in and slap another one of these here. We just keep hitting new lows. And really, as you can see on all these, we just keep hitting higher lows. So we could be testing what was this previous low now. Doing that on quite a few altcoins. Technometer 30.97. So we're getting close to oversold. So this is one, maybe it's not bottomed. But again, same type of thing as we're talking about for Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of these other coins. It should be extremely close.
Yeah, the deep in an AI narrative, ran a lot of coins, gave us a lot of good entries and trades, and some of them are taking heat, some that we still hold as well. But they are setting up nicely from a TA perspective. And at some point, I think those are narratives that aren't just fly-by-night. They're not just the meme coin narrative. They have real businesses that produce revenue. AI isn't going anywhere. It's really just getting started in the real world. So I do think the AI and DP narratives are one that will survive for this entire crypto market cycle. And those big assets that we liked are going to be close to good buying opportunities, especially the really large cap ones like RNDR is one of the biggest ones and it has a real business and whatnot. So we will be looking for setups on those over at patreon.com/learncrypto to try to get some new entries. One that we still hold is GHX. Of course, we traded that for big profits, but we did buy it back and now it's down. So we have the original profits. We're stuck in the coin, but it's like you just don't really want to sell it down here because the indicators are getting close to another buy signal. They have a real business. They're in a narrative that I think is going to continue to be pushed throughout the next year and a half here in crypto. So we're holding on tight to that one, and hopefully we can get some new entries into RNDR or maybe a GPU or some of those other ones that we traded for massive gains.
I think you had somebody asking about Cake real quick. I'm doing a couple things here. If you want to keep.
Yeah, so Cake did break the downtrend line like a lot of other assets did a few weeks ago. Still sitting here right back up to consolidation. Really, the major consolidation level for Cake is between $2 and $2.50. We're at $2.50 right now. We have an oversold technometer. We have a decreasing optimism, OP with the price trying to hold, and we have a bullish divergence on the 4-hour for the RSI. So you're right in the consolidation area, and what you wouldn't want to be selling cake, you probably would rather be looking to buy. I don't think cake is going to be one that does a 10, 15, 20x ripper and outperform the market. But what it does do is you can get some pretty good passive income either from solo staking cake or pairing your cake with BNB in the farm to earn around 30% APR. So it's a nice solid portfolio hold. PancakeSwap is still the largest decentralized exchange on the BSC network. But it's one that if we get another rip to a new all-time high above that $5.20 mark, or at least the cycle high, it could be one that we look to trade out of if the indicators get overbought once again.
All right, ZimmyJim, we're talking about his artwork. There we have it. Dollar to the left coming down sharply. Bitcoin, Ethereum, what do you got? Link, RNDR, and Doji heading to the moon. So wanted to show that real quick. And also
getting the water paint going.
ZimmyJim. And then he asked about MXCUSDT. That one's in front of us. Again, we're back here to what was previous resistance, hopefully turned into support. Not much to add there, but again, that's one that probably, if nothing else, get a rally back to that 2022 level on some type of rally.
There you go. Shout out to all the current members of the Learn Crypto community, whether it's here on YouTube, on Twitter, or patreon.com/learncrypto. Shout out to the new members of Patreon over the past couple days. You guys are about to have an exciting month because we are about to give some fresh buys. Again, we don't hold any trading bags of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, BNB. We're out of them. We took profits on Floki. We took profits on Cody, Coin, MicroStrategy, Riot, Mara, which means we have capital to look for some new trading opportunities. And those buys will be coming soon. If you want those buys in real time, then you got to join us. Unfortunately, we have bills as well. Unfortunately, we have to charge you just $1 a day to get those real trades. If not, we do have free platforms. You might just be a little bit behind the curve, depending on when we can get live here, depending on when we can hit that tweet button.
I'm going to run a commercial on the Patreon and close this show up. So appreciate the love and probably be here tomorrow if we get any type of volatility.
Warren Buffett, American investor, business tycoon, and one of the wealthiest people in the world, once said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." But how is that possible? Well, knowledge is power. In 2020, it is no longer news that cryptocurrencies are the currency of the digital future. Bitcoin's stability amidst unprecedented global economic impacts from COVID-19 has proven once again that crypto is here to stay. Learning how to trade, when to trade, and where to trade crypto assets can make the difference between success and failure. At LearnCrypto.io, we offer a pathway to sustainable and lifelong wealth by helping open-minded beginners and experienced traders navigate the thin ice of the cryptocurrency markets. Live shows, interviews, coin reviews, fundamental analysis, predictive trading bots, and open chat access to a community of real traders. These are just a few of the benefits you'll receive with a membership on patreon.com/learncrypto. Sign up today if you strive to build yourself a brighter tomorrow.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.